Okay folks, time to clean the roof of the RV. A little 14-foot toy hauler here. It's about 3 years old. Just kind of needs to be cleaned up. It's got a couple patches, but I've already taken care of those. Been all over the internet. The world's hair is on fire trying to figure out what the right cleaner is and isn't. But I think I found what we need to use. It's certainly working better than some of the other stuff. I had recommendations of mineral spirits, vinegar and water, spick and span. I haven't tried spick and span. I don't know if it works any better, but what I'm using does. Brake cleaner, Eterna Clean, that is really more for prepping the PDM rubber if you're going to do a patch. So anyway, I just want to show you some of the areas that I used all these other cleaners. I've tried every single one of those cleaners in 6-inch sections at a time to see what would and what wouldn't work, what worked the best. So let's take a look. Here's an area that was done with those cleaners. This whole area was done with those cleaners, and you can see there's still some significant residue left. So no matter what I tried, they were somewhat equally efficient, and anything that worked a little bit better I used to try to clean up what worked less. I called several dozen operations. I called manufacturers. I went to their tech spec sites. I called RV repair companies, and they all gave me somewhat different answers, but at least one of the more common warnings that I came across was, even though some of the internet's most popular recommendations was something citric based like WD-40 or citrus based cleaners and soaps, to Murphy's oil soap, which I actually haven't tried, but it would be kind of expensive to use that much of it here. And the other was mineral spirits. You have to be very careful with anything with petroleum derivatives, because they can actually soak into the EPDM, especially if you get too much on a given area. The rubber roof will soak it up, and if you get too much of it in there and don't clean it off right away, it can do a little bit of damage. So when I was trying my few inches at a time, I would do it real quick, and then I would use Eterna Clean to clean off the EPDM right next to where I was trying to clean. That just got to be kind of a pain in the butt. So again, I just kind of kept trying other things, and what I come to find was it's this crud cutter concentrated degreaser, stain remover, and what I like about it is it says in the ingredients list that there are no petroleum or citrus based cleaners to it. And I started to use it even just by itself, and I sprayed it on some areas that didn't clean as well before, and you can see that this stuff came clean instantly. Even the area around it did. This stuff is nice and bright and white. I sprayed it on, rubbed it in with a medium soft bristle brush so it got right down in the grooves, and then sponge and water to clean it all out, which of course again gets down in the grooves, and it came clean instantly. So you can see the area right next to it I used a different cleaner on. I still have to get back to, and this is what it looks like with the crud cutter. But remember, it's the type of crud cutter that does not have petroleum or citrus based distillates in it. So I'm going to go back to this area with that crud cutter. I did this with a couple of different types of chemicals, not happy with the results, so let's see what the crud cutter does. You can see it is multiples better than it was before. That I just cleaned with crud cutter. A little bit of brushing and just wiped it off with water. And this is where I have not cleaned yet. And this is where I re-cleaned that wasn't good before. Looks a lot better now. Okay, once again, not all that good. Clean enough ish. And that's what it looks like originally. And let's clean it. And there we have it again. Good as new in just a minute and a half or so.